We ready to go here? Crew, everyone's ready? Okay, I think we're rolling. We're gonna get this going right now. All right, guys, get in place. Ready to go? Everyone? Cameraman, lighting, fluffer, got it. Hey everybody, how's it going? I am Jason Berkman for Jason Berkman Photography, coming at you from Austin, Texas by way of Los Angeles, California, and today we have a really special episode for you. We're going to be talking about a special lens, the 35mm f1.4. This is a great lens. This is probably the oldest lens for the X-mount system, I believe. I might need to corroborate that. I'll go online and check it out later, and I'll check back with you guys. But I'm pretty sure that this is the oldest lens in the X-mount system. This is a great lens. It's a 50mm equivalent focal length. So 35mm is about 50mm. So this would be like your nifty 50. So I used to be with Canon, and I loved my little plastic nifty 50. Now this thing is going to be obviously a little bit better constructed than that. This thing has a metal construction, but this is going to give you some kind of similar results. Pretty well built. You know, it's kind of older. It comes with this really cool lens hood, this kind of square lens hood. It's cool and it's metal. It can be a little shaky, a little flimsy, and it comes with this silly cap that goes on the front of it, which is horrible. I'm always dropping it, and I think I've lost it like 16 times. Nevertheless, this is a great lens. The reason why I bought this lens actually was I wanted something that would be versatile for portraits. I was shooting for a brand. I didn't want to take my Canon with my 70-200 walking around like mall areas and street areas where there were a lot of vendors, a lot of people and stuff like that. I was doing it for a fitness brand. So I didn't necessarily want to have such distance between me and my subject. So I wanted something that was maybe not as wide as a 35, something where I can get in a little bit closer, something that I can get a lot of isolation, a lot of bokeh. So this thing really worked well for me. And I'm going to also put some samples in this video so that you can see what I've done with this little bad boy, the 35mm f1.4. It does have the clickies, which I love that sound. I love doing the clickies. The one problem with the clickies is this thing is very easy to turn. So sometimes I'll be shooting, I'll be like, how come I'm not getting that depth of field? What the hell happened? And I'll look down, it's at 2.0, I'll be like, I just took about 7,000 pictures of this model, and I'm at 2.8. It renders beautiful colors and pretty decent bokeh at 2.82, but 1.4, it's gonna get really milky bokalicious bokeh. And you know how much I love the bokalicious bokeh. 1.4 is gonna be really nice. Image quality, it's really sharp. You're definitely gonna get more sharpness stopping it down to 2.8. But at 1.4 all the way open, it is pretty decently sharp, and the bokeh looks pretty amazing. Overall, I don't have any problems with this lens other than one thing. Yes, the autofocus. Now the autofocus isn't bad. It's going to be decent. If you're trying to set up a shot, if you have time to set up your shot, great. If you want to shoot a model walking towards you, it's going to be okay. It's not going to be that fast. It's pretty slow and it's really loud. If you're going to use this for video, it's pretty decent for video as far as optically, and it looks good, but that focus motor is going to be pretty slow. Do not use it with sound because you're going to be really bummed because this thing is loud. And I mean loud. Yeah, focus motor, maybe they can improve on that if they ever choose to release the 35mm f1.4, maybe type 2 or number two. That would be a great feature to put in there as a nice new focusing motor. Maybe talk to Viltrox about their focusing motors that are completely 100% silent, accurate, and speedy fast. From what I understand, the 90mm is pretty damn fast too, but I have not gotten my hands on the 90mm. I have not tried it. I have not used it. Maybe I might eat my words. If you guys want to comment on that, leave a comment below and tell me to eat my words. Hey, you know, I'm humble. I'll take it. If you saw my last video, I did a photo shoot with the 85mm 1.8 by Viltrox and this lens. And I went out with Maria. So I'm gonna put some photos of Maria up there. And so you can see the difference, if you wanna watch that last video, between a longer focal length and something like this, which is more of a 50mm equivalent. And you can see the difference. I'm getting a lot more of the background, a lot more of the surroundings. It tells a little bit more of a story. You can get just close enough to really get some great portraits, but just also you can get far back enough and not have to get too far back to tell a story of the surroundings. We did take some pictures with Maria in front of a church, and I wanted to get that sun kind of peering behind the church and really focusing on highlighting her hair from behind just about at golden hour. I think it was a little bit before golden hour. I did get some purple fringing and a little bit of green fringing in there too. So there were some chromatic aberrations a little bit when I had so much sun coming in. Nothing that this lens hood is going to do with that sun coming straight at you. So, but I was able to get some really cool shots. This thing has a lot of character. That's what I can say. It's almost as if it has kind of a vintagey look to it without being a vintage quality. It is almost like I'm shooting with film, but it has more of a really refined quality to it. I really appreciate this lens a lot, especially I know that if I go out with a model and I'm doing something for a brand or something like that, I know that I can get a lot of the subject and a lot of surrounding without it being too wide, without there being any distortion, and with there being a lot of really good bokeh and a lot of really good character. So yeah, this is probably one of my favorite lenses. Wish maybe the construction was a little bit maybe more sturdy, clicky, a little bit more stiff. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put this on the camera so you can see what it looks like with my XT3. Let's just get this guy going over here and over there and click it over there. Hey, look at that. All right, looks pretty good, huh? Again, this thing can be a little loud. It's a really great lens. It's a really great lens, and I do use it a lot. Trying to use it for street stuff, it's okay. The 23mm f2 is more of my go-to if I want to do some street stuff. But if I want to get that great bokeh, this is going to do really well. Final thoughts. Great walk-around lens, amazing portrait lens, amazing all around. They say that the 50mm is kind of close to what the human eye is used to, what the human eye sees. So it's a really pleasing focal length. The pictures render really well. It's pretty light, so it doesn't add a lot of weight to your camera, and that's a huge reason why a lot of people use Fuji. That's a huge reason why I use Fuji. If you were an ex-Canon user like me, that Nifty 50 was like the best little lens to have on your camera. So this is kind of like the new Nifty 50 for me. This is my little Nifty 50 35mm guy. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and do all that stuff we've all done 5 trillion times, but just do Do it right now. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.